Hello friends, how does amyloride help to mitigate or improve lithium-induced diabetes insipidus? Let me try to answer that question. What you see here in this picture is the last part of the distal convoluted tubule or the collecting duct. Okay, both these areas have such types of cells. Now these cells are impermeable to water normally and they respond only to certain hormones. And the most important hormone is the antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin. Now what does antidiuretic hormone do normally? Let's look at the physiology. Antidiuretic hormone acts on the antidiuretic hormone receptor in the basolateral membrane of the cell, okay, in the basolateral membrane of the cell, and activates the G protein since it is a G protein coupled receptor. And this in turn activates the enzyme called adenylate cyclase, and this adenylyl cyclase activates ATP and converts it to CAMP, which in turn activates protein kinase A. Now what does protein kinase A do is that in this cell there are certain vesicles which contain specific pores, water pores. Okay, these are called aquaporins. These are ducts which allow the passage of water, the entry of water. Okay, they act like aqueducts. So these vesicles contain these aquaporins. So what do this protein kinase do is that it helps in the movement of the vesicle towards the luminal membrane and helps in the docking of the vesicle to the luminal membrane. And after that, the vesicle gets exocytosed, resulting in the fixation of these aquaporin molecules or aquaporin ducts. These are nothing but protein molecules with a channel inside. Okay, and through this there is passage of water from the tubular fluid to the cell, and certain other aquaporins which are placed at the basolateral membrane help in the passage of water from the basolateral membrane into the plasma. So this is the normal action at the collecting duct. So antidiuretic hormone is extremely crucial in this particular reaction. Now there is yet another transporter which transports sodium in this same cell. Okay, it is, imagine it's over here. Okay, now this sodium transporter allows the entry of sodium which reaches the collecting duct. It enters the passage of sodium into these cells. Okay, and this sodium in turn passes through a sodium potassium ATPase pump into the interstitium. So minimal sodium absorption does occur at the collecting duct level, and for that sodium, potassium is lost in exchange. Also hydrogen H plus ions are lost in exchange into the lumen or secreted into the lumen. Alright. Now this sodium is only a very small quantity. However, the water which passes in through aquaporins are very crucial and important. Now what happens in diabetes insipidus, which is stimulated or instigated by lithium? Now what does lithium do? Now lithium is an ion which is similar to sodium. So what does it do? It passes through the transporter which transports sodium. You can see here. Now this is the sodium channel which normally transports sodium, but lithium also enters through this sodium channel. Once it enters this cell, it is toxic for the cell. What does it do? This lithium ion inhibits through a series of reactions inhibit the adenylyl cyclase enzyme. Inhibits the adenylyl cyclase enzyme, and this adenylyl cyclase enzyme, when it is inhibited, the entire chain of reactions which occur beyond this is blocked. So even if the Antidiuretic hormone acts on the antidiuretic hormone receptor. All right, it acts on the antidiuretic hormone receptor and activates adenylyl cyclase. The adenylyl cyclase does not get activated since it is being inhibited by the action of the cytotoxic action of the lithium ion. So as a result, there is depletion in CAMP. Okay, CAMP level goes down. There is a depletion in protein kinase A, and also there is no movement of these vesicles containing the crucial aquaporin aqueducts to the luminal membrane, and as a result the number of aquaporins are reduced and ADH action is inhibited. So as a result, water does not enter into the cell and thereafter into the interstitium. Okay, thereafter into the interstitium, water does not enter, and as a result, more water is eliminated, resulting in a diabetes insipidus like state, that is lithium induced diabetes insipidus. Now, how does amiloride help? What is this amiloride? Amiloride is a blocker. Now, this channel is also called amiloride sensitive sodium channel. Okay, amiloride sensitive sodium channel. So this amiloride attaches to this particular channel and blocks this channel. So as a result, the lithium ion is not able to enter into this cell. So once it is not able to enter into the cell of the collecting duct, what happens is that this adenylyl cyclase is not inhibited. So adenylyl cyclase as usual gets activated, CAMP increases, protein kinase A increases, docking of these aquaporin vesicles happens normally, and the aquaporins are stationed at the luminal membrane, and water is able to get absorbed as usual, and the symptoms of the lithium induced diabetes insipidus decreases. Okay, so the mechanism of action of amiloride in lithium induced diabetes insipidus is nothing but blocking the sodium channel, the amiloride sensitive sodium channel, thereby preventing entry of lithium ions, thereby removing the inhibition on adenylyl cyclase, thereby the expression of aquaporins increases and water is reabsorbed and the excretion or the intense diuresis is reduced. Okay, so this is the mechanism of action of amiloride in lithium induced diabetes insipidus. Thank you.